How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to cover two topics in one video. One is going to be how useful is that crit rate item and what the laws of diminishing return are. Well, first off, I like to cover the crit rate item and why it is just completely useless. A lot of people are thinking, oh, if you get that crit rate artifact trans, it'll be amazing. Just to show you the artifact that I'm talking about, it is the Great General's Alloy Sword, I think. Oopsies, let me go down here and pop. Increases everything's critical rate strike. Well, now, it doesn't help you. What do I mean by that? The crit rate, would be good. You can always hit higher damage. You could do anything like that. That'd be great. But no, it is not. It doesn't matter if I have 1% crit rate or 100% crit rate. It does not help me get any further than I already do. Now, why is that? It's not because I'm running Druid. This is because of anything, because I have the 100% crit rate on Druid, her 1800 skill. But no, crit rate in general is useless. When I was running Ninja, I only had I think 20-something% crit rate. That was just off the natural what he has. And it wouldn't give me any further if I had higher crit rate, because I even tested where I put drummers in to get 100% crit rate. Didn't get me any further at all. It's just crit rate itself helps you hit your max damage sooner and helps you hit your capped damage, which is great because that can get you to your max level a little bit faster. But it's not completely worth it to invest into just crit rate, because it doesn't matter if you have 1% crit rate or 100% crit rate. You will not get any further with 100%. It does not help your runs advanced at all. Now, with that being said, crit rate does have its usefulness for, the very end of your runs, I guess, but the main reason why is once you stop one-shotting all the units, you're almost done with your run. At least I am. Once I'm done one-shotting all the opponent units and the crystals, I maybe got like 30 waves before I hit max, and it wouldn't matter if I had a different tribe with 100% crit rate, because it doesn't help out. Now, the other thing I'd like to talk about is diminishing returns. Now, what do I mean by diminishing returns? Well, I can get the 2000 buff on Fairy. Now, that's 3.5% attack. That is a lot of attack. That's equivalent to the... Oh, yeah, I got the other artifacts. Where's my... Oh, yeah, I took the third one out. That's why. But anyways, with this right here, the 4B plus this 12B, and plus that 3.5, you're almost looking at 20% more attack. It's really 18.6 if I did the math correctly. But anyways, why is that useless? Well, once you get the artifacts trans and you start getting your attack up, now, here's the funny part. My undead attack is only 38% more attack. With the ninja, it's only like 50-something. But the funny part is, ninja will not get me any further than druid, or vice versa, even though druid has almost 5 times as much attack as ninja. Well, that's just diminishing returns, because once you hit a certain cap level, or once you hit a certain point, you're not going to get any further. Now, if you don't have those big buffs like I do, like the art trans, like I highly recommend, as soon as you get 20 artifacts and you get 2 set and you use one of them, this right here, that 4B% more attack, will make all your other buffs useless. Now, what do I mean by that? So, I'm going to give myself, oh, how much is it? 3.5, so 7, then 10.5% more B attack. Just Now, it doesn't move. It's 26.7, okay? I refresh it, 29. Now, in any other part of the game, that's a good bit compared to, how much, if I didn't have any other buffs, that would have went up a lot more. But then again, my damage would be a lot lower. Now, to give you a visualization on how much that actually is, let's sell these 3. Okay, we're back down to 26.7. Remember, it was only at 29. 2 levels. Compared to the massive stat bonus you get from getting this one artifact, or these 2 artifacts, any of these 2 artifacts trans, where you get that 4B% more attack. That goes for these, it goes for the undead, it goes for any of the 6-piece 6-star sets. That 4B% attack turns all other unit buffs pretty much completely useless. Main reason is you just saw that. At the end game, another 10B% attack only gave me 2 more damage, really, and that's not enough to get me past 1 wave. That's enough. That just tickles. That doesn't do anything. That is what diminishing return is. How does this affect the late game and the early game? Oh, about the same. Main reason is if you have, let's say if you have 1A% more attack, and then you get an item that gives another 1A% more attack. Actually, let me rephrase that. You have no buffs, buffs whatsoever, and then you get one item or one buff that gives you 1A or 1B% more attack, now you're going to get a good bit further. Don't get me wrong. You're going to get probably another 40, 50 waves, easy, maybe even 100. I've had a lot of people tell me when they got the first 2 artifacts trans, then they got lucky enough to get a 2-piece set, they went up 200, 300, or 200 waves, 250, somewhere around there, and higher waves. Well, that's because that buff is that good. Now, the only problem is, as they upgraded the other ones, they asked me, hey, Nick, why am I not going another 200 waves? I doubled my attack. Well, that's the problem. When you get that 4B% more attack, that is your total attack. That's your solid, that's the 100% damage you are doing. Now, from what you were doing before, it may be 1,000 times more damage. But once you hit that, the 4B% more attack from the one artifact, or the 2 set artifacts, that becomes the standard. That becomes your whole number. That becomes 1. If you had to translate it anything, it would be considered 1 damage. Now, if you were to get another 4B% more attack, it wouldn't give you that big of a stat boost again, because you're only doubling your buff compared to making your buff 1,000 times stronger than it was before. That is diminishing returns, and its simplest form that I can explain. Once you get these artifacts trans, you don't need to worry about any other unit buff, pretty much. It's almost useless to upgrade them all, because my Druid's attack doesn't go up much at all, as you can see. Well, I just did that for the video, so it wouldn't, show, but the Druid's attack will not go up much, no matter what you do. 16 to 17. At any level. It doesn't matter if they're level 2,000, 2,200, doesn't matter if they're level 1,000, does not matter where or when or how much buff you put into them. Once you have one of those big buffs, anything you get after that is pretty much useless, and it's not worth to, trans 3 all your supports like I did in order to get those massive buffs, because they really don't help that much. Maybe at the maybe I just don't notice it because I've been playing for so long, or it's just a little bit different for me because I have been playing for so long, but I hardly notice those buffs. They're very minute. I don't even upgrade my fairies half the time. I just wanted to show it for this video. But anyways, if you guys have any comments or any questions, I'll try to get around to answering them. I've been kind of busy lately. But anyways, you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching.